and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright, so, need a motion to sign the warrant?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Did you start the little one, Ruby?
You always put the camera on, Carol.
It's all about camera.
So
That end
lucky.
of the table. It's all that end of the table, you know, that's the important stuff happens.
Rachel, you have to.
Thank you, dear.
And I will make a motion, we approve the minutes for May 10th.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I think, when I read them, there was one thing about the vote on the no-so. We have it as a 5-0, and I'm sure that Jason
4-0.
recused himself.
Yeah. Good catch.
I'll check
I
with
do
Suzette
read
on
them.
that.
Was she here?
Yeah, she's on it.
She was the one that took the minutes.
Well, here he is now.
Didn't get the, we're starting early now.
I'm pretty sure it was 1 minute.
Who's got the turkey?
So,
We have
we-
all kinds of things in the oven.
wanna go back to approving the notes as amended, I'm all good with that.
Yeah, make a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
Yes.
I'll second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Jason beat you to it for the approving the minutes. He
Thank you, sir.
stepped-
I had to fill
He
in.
stepped right in there. Old business update on personal property taxes, so I don't know if anybody saw that, but I did put it on Facebook for a
Here you
while,
go.
that you can't, the select board nor the municipality cannot opt out of personal property taxes. So,
And thank you, Carol, for getting the information on that. I mean,
well, I wish it had been better.
for
Better
a lot of
answer,
years, people have been asking and there's been no answer. So now they have one.
So if you have any questions and you're questioning your personal property tax bill, just, get in touch with Jackie, the assessor. She's very, amenable to answering any questions and explaining why you have to pay what you have to pay. She's doing a great job, I think, anyway.
Absolutely.
So, foreclosures. I guess we have to decide whether we're gonna put them out to bid, the foreclosures. Right, Renee? That's what our- So
We have one.
you gave us the, this is not, how many do we have? 3?
We've got
There's one of
3
them.
that was in your packet and 1 was added today. Let's talk about the 3 that you had.
Find the one in
Oh,
packet.
I
Still
see.
looking for it.
Oh, they come
Oh, here
after
they
the
are.
proposal.
Oh, but you did double-sided, so it's on the back of something else.
Yeah, it was pretty thick packet, so I was trying to
Okay.
save some paper.
Okay, so,
That's, there you go. So you see there's 2 pieces
I'm still looking for the third one.
on Mill Creek.
One is loose.
Okay, so
One.
that one, so if you're looking for them, yeah, I looked at them online, so they didn't come out
Right.
on the back
Yeah.
of
These
things.
ones?
I just need the one that I'm missing, I'm gonna look at them all. This one, Mill Creek Lane. Oh, that's,
There's 2 on Mill
oh,
Creek.
They're
there's
actually,
2.
yeah.
Oh, and one was already foreclosed, and one
Yes.
just, one we just got today that has a house on
So
it.
there's
Yes.
actually 3 on Mill Creek.
Right.
2 land, 1 land and a house.
Mhm.
And then there's one that is a mobile home, the pumping station.
And the
runs
owner
just
has
a
been
mobile-
contacted.
Okay, so let's address that one first.
Okay.
Pumping
Let's
station?
address the pumping station.
Okay.
What would you like to do with that? It's just the trailer, correct?
Right.
Who
No
owns the
land.
property?
Gary Moore's.
And he's not, it's just,
We've not contacted him yet. We kind of wanted to get the feel of the board. If you want us to reach out to him, let him know that the town's foreclosed on it, that it's going out to bid, and
Is anybody
perhaps
living
he'd
in
be
it?
interested in bidding on it.
No, that's been vacant for a long time.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so, which
I
one?
would reach out to him.
Yeah.
It makes sense to reach out to him.
yeah, that's kind of
Which
what we were thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve McLean.
So wanna make a motion?
I'll make him,
I
reach
make
out to the landowner
Yeah.
and see if.
Well,
there's
I,
any interest
yeah,
in it.
we can go ahead, I'd go ahead with the whole, it'll be still part of the public bid process.
Right.
He'd,
Mhm.
he'd be included with everyone else, I believe.
I mean, the thing is, nobody's gonna bid on it.
I mean, if anybody bought it and he didn't wanna rent to him the
Right.
land, he'd
It
they'd
sounds
have
to me
remove
like
it,
it's gonna
so-
be a
It's gonna,
tear
it's gonna
down
end
and
up
drag
like
away.
crow's neck.
Yes.
We're gonna end up paying for it, you
Mhm.
know, tearing it down, removing it.
And that's why I'm just wondering, like, if rather than, before we go through the whole process of doing that, perhaps we speak to the landowner first.
Oh, definitely.
We could do this at
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
meeting.
We sure
He
can.
might, something might come up that kinda alleviates the problem and, you know.
Yeah,
So I'll make a motion, we table that one till, you pursue that question.
okay.
I will second that.
All in favor? Okay, now these are, obviously are all on Mill Creek Lane. And I think, Jason, you have some familiarity with this property, cause you've been up there.
Oh, yeah, I've
It's
been
on
up there
your-
30-some years, but
Okay, well, that's good. So, do you wanna,
The Zero Mill Creek, are you talking
I
about?
mean-
The 30 acre one?
well, when it doesn't have a house on it, it may not have been given an address.
So there's two Zero Mill Creeks. One shows 2 acres and one
I think
shows
one
it's
is
30.14
repeated.
acres.
right.
Are they the same property? Or
Yes.
I'd go by the
It
map
says
and lot.
30.
Oh, by the
Yeah.
mat and lot, okay. Okay.
One has a house trailer on it and some buildings.
Oh, really?
That's map,
Yeah.
map 12, lot 10B, is that what you're talking about,
Yes.
Jason?
All owned by
I
the
think
same
that's-
person.
The 2-acre lot
Yeah.
is the
The
one with
2
the
acre lot,
houses
you
in it.
think
Oh,
has a
that's down
house
here.
in,
No,
a house in outbuildings? Did you say, Jason?
I do believe the
There's a
2-acre
trailer,
lot
there's a trailer.
is the house.
okay.
I mean,
There's a house as well?
well, house trailer.
Yeah.
There may be buildings on it that I don't know about,
There
on the one
is.
that you're talking about, that's not the house one.
Mm-mm.
So
We just
map-
got the
map
house one
12,
today.
10A1 doesn't have any homestead exemption on it. That would be a bit of,
The owner of this home is vacant, is not here.
well, this one's just land, but we've not made contact,
Right.
that, and the foreclosure happened.
The 30 acres is just land.
And there's been an attempt to find him?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Right. Now, is this 30 acres oceanfront?
No.
I believe it is.
Really?
It might be.
Depends on what side it's on the, yeah.
Well, it's on the left side as you're going down North Lubec.
Yeah. You
Oh,
go
I know where
up,
the
you go up
street
over
is, but I
Do you
mean,
want me
on
to
the
get a
Windy
map?
Road.
You guys-
But I mean, on the
That
Mill
would be
Creek
really good
itself,
if
if
so the
it's
map
further
and
enough
lot,
down, then
that'd be
it's not on
really
the
good.
water from what I could see on the map.
Well, it's on the creek.
I'd like to see it on the tax map.
But
Yeah.
we have to be close up to North
This
Lubec
manhole-
to like be on
I
it.
don't think
Well, it's on
it's,
South Bay.
does it go that far?
I don't know until I see
We're
the
getting
map.
a tax map to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where
We can
is
talk
it?
a little bit more about the one that you've received today, the 61 Mill Creek Lane, that's
Mhm.
6.2 acres. You'll notice it has homestead exemption on it. This is a house. It's got a house and
Okay.
land.
Right.
Due to the
Thank you.
main law, the recent main law in 2021, it has to go through a whole different process now. The town has to go through Realtor, the Realtor, well, there's a whole process, and the tax collector is in the thick of it. There's a 30-day letter that has to happen, and then if we do get a Realtor to take it on, it's my understanding,
127.
if they sell the property, of course, the town's taxes would be taken care of, and then the
Mhm.
money, the proceeds go
I am
to the
right now.
landowner,
Right.
not,
We do not know where the landowner is?
Oh, no, he's there.
Yeah, but we're not,
He
yes,
is there?
he's right listed.
He's
Ele-
there?
11, lot 11,
27.
so map, so, yeah, so 027, oh, just plain 27. So this is it, this long skinny thing?
That's amazing to me.
So yeah, it's got some frontage, it has some water frontage.
I guess on the 30
Here.
acre piece, to address
Okay.
that,
We'll look at it.
I'd like to have a professional come in on that, like a Shayna Smart, you know, to
Georgia
look
County.
at
Well,
it.
you can
and
ask for
maybe
a-
list it, and, because I mean, we don't know what it's worth
Right.
right now, the way the market is.
You can ask
It's
for,
crazy.
a broker's opinion.
But that's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
part of that, it's only.
No, that's a separate lot.
Right.
Yes, so that one,
Which
And
is
you
the
can
2
take
acres.
action on that one, cause there's no house on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd reach out to
Well-
Shayna on that one and see what she says on that, because,
So we're talking about 38 acres in
Where's-
all.
Where's lot 12?
yeah.
I mean, map 12, oh, it's map 12, map. Here we go. So the 30 acre one is just long, skinny
Yep,
thing going all the way to the water though, or all the way to the
South.
water?
South Bay,
The South Bay.
yeah.
it's a beautiful piece of land.
Okay, 12, 10A. Oh boy, we had some kind of subdivision here, right?
Well, it's his wife. Who died?
Where's
Yeah.
10A? Do you see 10A anywhere? Oh, here, okay, here's 10-1. Here's 10A. Is there even a road to it? I think
Oh,
that-
yeah.
Have you
It's,
been up there a lot?
no, I was up there because I know the owner and, yeah,
You knew Vern?
oh, yeah.
Is that the
Okay.
61 though? You probably,
Yeah, and you get up there, well,
well, you probably went to the house one,
No,
right? The
Well,
61.
it's this one here,
The zero address is
10A1.
probably
That
further
one.
down the road.
The tax collector treasurer, Suzette just messaged me, just a reminder that it's a good idea to go through an agent, a real estate agent,
I
it's
think we
fine.
should.
However,
definitely.
there's no warranty deed. We only issue quitclaim deeds, which
Yeah.
reduces the value. Unless you hire a title search, you
Well-
can.
Well,
Some
I
towns do
I
that.
wonder if we could,
They get a title researcher,
ask,
then you can do a full
Jackie
warranty deed.
for the new assessment of these properties, that would be very interesting.
Well, the
Yeah, that would be
assessment-
really, that would be
The
interesting.
assessment
Because-
won't be market value though. I mean,
No,
Right,
No,
the
but
fact
it might
that-
be way different than these.
Right,
Yeah.
and the fact that we
Oh,
have
yeah,
to do a
that's way
quick
off.
claim, that kind of like, kind of questions the whole, because if you go through the realtor, they're not gonna accept that. You're gonna have to do the
People
whole
can't go get a
deed and all
mortgage.
that, and I don't know.
They won't represent a property that doesn't have a
Sure.
clear
Right.
title, I believe.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
selling one that has a quick claim on it.
hmm
Yes, but
Yeah.
you're probably giving it you're not doing a warranty deed on it
Nope.
for yourself?
No, she'll do it.
Well, we
Put the
can't
dirty
just
there, Mr.
pick a
Jason?
realtor, it has to be, done fairly,
Well,
so.
that's what I'm
You don't
saying.
have to act on this right now, there's time. I mean, this is your workshop
So-
on these.
Do I understand that one is occupied?
Yes,
Okay.
It's
The
a
owner is
homestead.
living
I
there.
can't verify if it's occupied or not.
it is.
But
And then the other two properties owned by the same person,
But it must be
according
rental.
to the map, are they real far away? Like,
No, they're right
Yeah,
there.
they're-
oh, they're right there.
They're all pretty much.
Because, one's a 0 address and one's a
well,
61
they're on
address.
different maps, one's on map
Right.
12, one's on
Right.
map 11, so they're not that close to each other.
it's on the same road though, Milton.
Right, the same road, but one of them potentially be waterfront and one of them potentially not be.
One is
30 acres
waterfront.
30
The
acres.
30
that's
acres is waterfront.
literally a very thin strip.
See, North Lubec was all
So
broken.
it's not a lot of waterfront, but there's some piece.
It's on the creek part of the,
No.
No, it's on
It's
the
South
bay,
on the
South Bay.
south base, huh?
You know who this guy is, don't you?
We all know, worked with him for years on the chamber,
Yeah,
part of,
yeah.
and we haven't got a hold of him, right? Does anybody wanna see this? I'd like to see this last one. So someone's living in the house that's assessed at 20,000?
Yep.
I have 12 lot 10 00B. Which one is that?
And no response or come back
You
from
think
the
this is
owner or
in here?
anything?
Lot 10,
Uh,
lot 10B? Yeah, that
I
one.
remember.
So to answer your question,
Yep,
10B and 10A-1 are right next to each other. You can look at on the,
So they
on the
abut.
map there if you wanna see
Right.
that.
Mhm.
So send
I
that
can see
down.
if it just,
Well, it's,
Yeah,
Used to belong to the Smalls.
I don't know.
It was a small property, yep. I'd like to table it until we talk to
one
a
here
I
and
real
one
think
estate
so.
here.
agent.
These little guys.
I'd
Two
like to
real
get to
estate
the bottom of
agents.
this.
And how
I'd like to
far
talk
would
to
that be
him.
from the house
Yeah.
part where he lives?
well, the
This
small,
is
the
the-
house and the other
the
small
house
piece,
is
they're the
on
ones
the
that abut.
Yeah.
Cause you, yeah.
Then the
One's
30 acre
61
strip is-
address
Separate,
and
it's
one's
separate.
0. addresses, and I'm
Yeah,
just-
one's a little further up.
Mm-hmm.
north
Yeah, they
of
gave
that.
it a zero address, I
And the-
believe,
and the
because there's
six-
nobody,
land.
it's just land, that's why
Right.
you get the zero
Right.
address.
And the 61 is the
Is
one
the
we
one
have
with
to
the
do that,
house.
that the,
Through the state law,
and then the
a realtor.
profit would go to him.
Yep, after the
What
taxes
happens
was
to
cleared.
that, what happens to that
Okay.
home owner? Where does it go?
Whoever buys it, do the real estate, right?
I know that, but I'm just, the bigger picture, where does he go, or what does he do, or, and,
He's retired.
He's not living there, the owner.
I hear he is.
Yes,
Well, this winter.
yeah, he's in
yeah,
it.
He is?
that's what they're saying
Yeah.
here, that,
I
so
know
like,
he was
if we
there
go
this
through with
winter.
this foreclosure, and we have to use the
He
real
was
estate
there
and
this
the
past
homestead,
week.
and he gets the
Only
profit,
on that one property.
but he's got no
Yeah.
house on the other properties, so.
No, I'm just saying we could put
Right.
the other two properties for sale. I don't know
No,
why he
right, and maybe not do
wouldn't
that
wanna
one.
have sold one of the properties to save his house.
That's,
It's unfortunate.
that's why, yeah,
I'll make a motion that, we have Renee reach out to Greg Walston and,
Or another real estate
Shayna
person.
Smart.
Yes.
both of them, and talk to them about it and see what they evaluate it at.
cause it's like
I think they'll do it.
$3,700 in back
Doing a
taxes.
comparative market analysis is like
Right,
work, so.
I think, did they both work for Dewey's?
no,
No?
No.
Okay.
According to the state thing for the foreclosure on the house part, you have to talk to 3 real
I don't know
estate
where,
agents.
oh, Georgie
That's what-
Kendall maybe.
That's for
Be the third
the,
one.
homestead one.
Yes, for the homesteaded
Yeah.
one, you have to talk to a minimum of 3.
And we could do 3 anyway.
Yeah, I'd
Very
like to
good
talk
point.
to
I
them
knew I
about
was
all of
coming
it.
to something like that, there was
So
a
we'll do
amount.
Georgie,
Yeah,
George,
Georgia,
yeah.
And that, I made a motion on that.
I'll
Okay.
second it.
seconded.
All in favor? It's the
Everybody,
way-
do
Everybody.
We're gonna table
Yeah,
everything till next time.
do we have some answers?
you wanna make a motion to
Exactly.
table the rest?
Yes,
Or
I'll
just
make a
carry
motion
it?
to table the rest,
I'll
till
second
we
it.
get some
Yes.
clarity. Okay. That was fun. New business. Lamps wants to have a sign. You're up.
Hey folks, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Linda. I'm the news director at LAMPS. And we would like to put a corkboard sign down at Stockford Park next to the bike racks. There's a picture of it right there, you can pass around and take a look. It's very simple, very small, we would pay for it and maintain it as well. It would be used to promote events there and it would be open to the public as well for LAMPS. And that's pretty much it.
Where exactly would it be?
So next to the bike rack at Stockford Park,
Mm-hmm.
down at the end, kind of.
Yeah.
And it would just be one 4x4 post, just
Yeah.
buried right into the ground, and then that would be a locked
Yeah.
corkboard,
And you can get the
with
turkey
a,
south,
it's
people
weatherproof,
suffer,
so
I was gonna ask.
to
Right.
be able to.
And it wouldn't obstruct traffic or be a visual
Absolutely
barrier
not.
or anything?
No,
Well,
it would
that-
be,
that's
it would
fine.
be just,
Yeah.
right about
And why
right
I have
would
no
you-
problem with
What
that.
about putting it on the side of the, stage?
So on the side of the stage, there's actually signage there, and I
Oh,
think
okay.
there's going to be another, a dedication of some kind that Lance is gonna make a sign dedicating.
Oh, and so that's gonna be on the
So
stage,
that's where it's
okay,
going,
Okay.
yeah.
that answers my question. Well, I don't have a problem with it.
I'll make a motion, we approve the
Yes.
proposal for the sign in
Yes.
Stockford Park.
Linda. and Barry.
I'm in favor, yes.
Yes, all in favor? Alrighty,
There we go.
Thank you very much.
Link it, paperback?
so,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
I read this letter from the DEP, but I didn't quite get what property is having,
I didn't either.
I had a
I
phone
couldn't-
call letting me know that this was coming in, it's just for informational, it's nothing to do with the town.
But I think if you look on, and there's a map that shows where they think PFAs have been spread, and I can't remember where the closest was one, I'd have to look at it again, but I suspect there might have been
yes,
a
so,
place in Lubec.
Oh, yeah, there
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, so I think that's where this is, pertinent to us.
And you guys can thank the old water board, because at one time back when this all started, they wanted to dump the sludge right next to the water wells.
Oh, yeah,
And
that-
the old
that's
water
a
board
great-
was like,
great move right
Dickie
there.
remembers that. They were like, no way,
Hmm.
you're not doing it.
Yeah.
They
So
were
where
dumping
did,
on
so
Maple
where does
Tree.
it, well, we used to send it So we no longer send it to,
No, it'll be going to Juniper Ridge. We'll have to truck it there.
Yes.
But thankfully, we don't have a lot of sludge.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's still.
so when is that gonna start? Is this letter in pertaining?
No,
pertaining
this
to
is
that?
to do with something completely different. The DEP found PFAS
Where?
somewhere in Lubec. I don't
You're
know.
not gonna tell us where?
It doesn't
I
doesn't
couldn't,
say.
yeah, that's the thing, I couldn't,
They just,
well, do you think you
I
could
think it was,
ask them?
Well, it
Because-
says that they're emerging contaminants and not currently regulated by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. However, in Maine, effective June 21, there's a water standards, blah, 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 and I guess,
Right.
I would think that, maybe it was a water source, because that's what they're talking about.
they just wanted to let you all know that they're investigating.
Where are you,
I
Dan?
can
Starting
think-
their
I can
investigation.
pretty much figure where it is.
I think it was North Lubec is what I thought he told me on the phone. So,
Really?
I can't remember for sure.
Well, what about where the sludge goes?
That's completely different. That's
Right.
not to do with this at all.
Yeah, there's,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but it could be down the road.
So do we wanna follow up with anything on this letter, or wait till they give us more
Yeah, I
information?
don't know if there's any
It
follow-up
was
we
just
can
a
do.
notification. It was to the board, so I was obligated to include and
yeah.
inform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
inform.
Good.
Okay, RFP for the sewer manhole recovery and replacement, this is just the, who helped you do this, the lawyer?
This was created by Oliver.
Oh, good, yeah, good.
Annalise.
I just didn't see you creating this.
No, no.
Hey, have you really
They-
gone beyond your already
No, Annalise and
massive,
Oliver did.
vast storehouse of knowledge? And you're doing manhole.
Do we,
bids.
how many manholes are we talking about here?
I think 18 comes to my mind.
Whoa.
18 or 19.
Oh,
And this
nice.
is just Washington Street. And,
Whoa!
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the little conversation that Bruce and I had going, you know, he's not sure if all of them have to be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, that like, 'cause- but they do limit where they can get to in the system from
Well,
each manhole.
I would
so-
say before we pave, anything with manhole covers,
What?
let's raise them first.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it. This is, 189 is supposed to be paved. They were supposed to start
Signs are
it
up.
the 15th.
Yeah, signs are up.
And they wanted this done before the new paving
I
was
mean,
done.
Why
Main
did you say
Street.
Washington Street, I thought they're gonna do Washington Street.
That's the town, that's
Now-
the state road.
Just to make it clear, if it's on 189,
Yes,
that being a state road,
yes.
we are still responsible for the manholes.
Yep,
They're
Cause
our
it's our
manholes.
sewer system.
So they didn't wanna put down a brand new paving and then have us
Yeah.
come behind them
Don't
and
hurt
dig it up and do
What?
all this work after all that new paving.
I mean, on Main Street, all the manhole covers disappeared,
Yeah.
so we gotta do those too.
Hmm.
So just a reminder that the board had talked about using ARPA dollars, the remaining
Yep.
ARPA dollars
Yeah.
Mhm.
to do this project. You voted to do that. I contacted Oliver, they brought the bid, this is it, and the proposal. I sent it
Did
to
you
Bruce.
find out that we could use ARPA dollars? I mean,
I've emailed, but I
We
don't.
just
Yeah,
have
there isn't gonna be a whole bunch of somebody to tell you not to, the guidelines are just so
It's
vast.
it's for wastewater infrastructure.
oh,
This
okay.
It
is-
is, that's one
I
of
mean,
the,
that's one
oh,
thing.
right.
that's
that you
one
could
of the
use it for.
identified
Okay,
okay
well.
pieces, cause it's all
Well,
supposed to
just
be in
saying
preparation of the
before-
next pandemic.
Yeah.
Before we
And
spend it,
wastewater.
just wanna double
That's
So
check.
then
just
I
around
sent
the
this-
corner.
I sent this to
Yeah.
Bruce, and he said it looked good to him.
Okay, so you're putting in advertising in the,
Well,
where?
that's,
Where's it going to be advertised?
we usually do the quaddy ties.
Hmm.
Meaning, just to let the board know,
But
Is
then-
that gonna reach,
Well, we can do the quaddy ties and then phone call people saying that it's been
Okay.
publicized. We'll put it on our website as well, but like,
okay.
Donovan and Hanscom and, well.
You can also
Yeah.
call the people that you know and say it's gone out
That's
to
what I
bid.
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
and
notify
they
them.
do make a ring that you can extend them with. And, before we pave any more roads, I'd like to have Dicky look at them, you know, like Pleasant Street or whatever roads we're planning on paving. And give Dicky and Timmy the heads up, so maybe we can look into the extension rings before we pave it.
We don't have a clue of what
Pre-plan a little bit.
cost is projected to be
Not until
per
the bids
cover.
come in.
Like, he didn't have any, you know, so there's only like 110, or like, what's left in the ARPA dollars?
105, I think.
Yeah, like, you know, there's not, depending upon how much it is a manhole cover, we're gonna be kinda limited.
I figured
you
105
know.
was-
We're gonna,
$5
we'll go
grand,
with,
they were saying.
And
we
we're,
could-
we're obligated to take the
35,000,
lowest
say.
bid
3 to
anyway,
5?
right?
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you know,
buy
it's
a
a
range.
lowest bid.
So let's say there were 4,000 and we have to do
Yes.
18 of
Not-
them, you think?
not with sidewalks, we can't.
2, 3, so that's like 72,000, 18 manholes at 4,000, he said like 3 to
Well,
5 or something.
Why don't we
in
see
there.
what the bid comes,
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
in
And then
at.
you could take, maybe do a strategic plan, if you've got a line of them, do like every other one or something.
Right, and I don't know if there's
They're all
schematics,
connected.
there must be somewhere in regards to like the sewer
Bruce has
lines,
them, Bruce
that,
has them.
you know, they would know which ones are like kind of redundant for access, so we wouldn't have to do everyone.
Well, let's
Well,
hope they can do all the ones
And
they
this is
need to
gonna
do.
help
Yeah.
make the DEP happy, this has been something that they've not been
Okay.
happy about, and all our manholes have paved over.
And why don't we ask Dicky to look into the rings for the further, you know, for like Main Street and all that.
We have to know,
With the
because
idea of
this-
doing what?
This bid is
Bringing them up
specific.
so we have manhole covers.
Oh,
on
like
Main
what we
Street.
could
They just
perhaps
paved
get
over.
away with.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
paved
This
over.
bid is
Okay.
specific to an area?
Well, it,
And that's our road.
are you talking the
Talking,
rings that are?
No, manhole
Yeah, okay.
for the sewer.
Yeah.
yeah, Jason's talking about a different road and a
I
different
t-
project.
I talked to a guy
Yeah,
that,
we're just talking county road.
yeah, and I
Right,
talked to a fella that has 35 years into construction, he worked for Hanscoms. And he said, I don't know why you guys just don't buy the rings. He says they come half inch, inch. He says, you know, he went through the whole spiel, how to put them in and the whole 9 yards. And I said, good, you guys can bid on it
Right.
when it comes out.
Right.
He says he doesn't know why you go through bricking them all up and all that
Yeah.
stuff. He didn't understand that. And he, he has the experience.
Well, did you read through here? Does that include that option? No. So this would
Pretty
have to
much
be
from
changed.
what I read before, it was just bricking them up.
But the thing is, the DEP,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the
No.
same thing? No.
the DEP doesn't talk to people with experience. They just have to write the check,
Oh, I deal with
and
them
they
all the
do
time.
that, yeah. But I mean, you understand where,
They're pretty common sense.
Do you want me to have Annalise write that in as an option? Or can you
I
have
think
it
that would
both
be a good
ways?
idea.
Yeah, I
That
think,
if there's
you
any
know,
way that you could reduce the cost.
No.
Alternative,
Dicky,
any
is that something
alternative
you could look
approach
into
that-
also?
that's cost-
Do a
I
little
did ask
research
her
on
about it, she
Yes.
she didn't recommend it. She did.
Have you run into them
Oh,
when
she
you
didn't
were with
recommend that?
sergeants?
because,
Have
Somebody
at it.
speak? I heard somebody speak.
Dicky,
We used the rings,
you used to use the
Like an
extension rings?
adapter.
and if it wasn't high enough, we put the bricks underneath it, put the ring on top of it.
But
If
they're
it was
still
a wall.
covered.
but they didn't recommend that?
I asked her about adapter rings, is that what you
Yeah.
had
It's an extension
Yeah,
ring.
yeah, and what you said.
and she just
Shouldn't
didn't
agree.
recommend it.
so
Well,
Dicky, would
then-
you be the person
it's-
to be lifting these manholes up?
No,
the
Okay,
con-
who's gonna be doing that?
The contract.
Whoever put the bid in.
Whoever
will
gets
go
the
with
bid.
the
Whoever wins the
DEP,
bid.
okay.
No,
No,
not
but
DEP.
But then
whoever-
Bruce, right,
just tell you
our
you
sewer
gotta do it.
department lifts the manhole covers if you have to get in there,
So,
right?
Yeah.
is, like, would Dicky
Ninja
put a
Turtles.
bid in?
Ninja Turtles.
No,
No.
just have them do some research
That's
on it.
funny.
That's all I'm asking. Have 'em
And the
look into
DEP
rings.
would decide, or are they,
We decide.
we decide? Okay.
Information is awful good to have though.
No kidding.
And I know he's worked with them because he worked for sergeants and, you know, get a bigger contractor in the state of Maine than them.
Do
So,
you wanna be right here, Dicky, when we make that decision, so you can,
Oh, you just let me know what you want done.
okay, you got it,
Yes,
Bill.
he's got enough to worry about, I guess. Okay, so, are we gonna add that, or are we not gonna add that?
Yeah.
Jason, since you brought this up, would
I'd
you
say
like to
we
make
add it.
a motion,
I'll make a
to
motion
vote on
that
it,
we check into the adapter rings.
and put it
Mhm.
as part of the alternate bid.
I think so.
The equipment.
Yeah.
Anybody second that
Second.
motion? All in favor?
Mhm.
To include it in this bid?
Yeah,
The
as an
potential
option.
of,
As
yeah,
a-
the-
Yes.
As an
you know,
option.
potential
I didn't
of,
catch
or-
that vote. All in favor? I had some,
I mean, I like to hear the
timid,
reason why, well, I like to hear the reason why they don't recommend it, you know what I mean, that, like, so
It's
that's
not
what.
enough money.
yeah.
And that,
right.
and that's,
then
and
that could be
and
the
then I
reason.
think it would be good, because if it's potentially, we could do 40 if we did this
Right.
instead of 18, if we do that, well, then I think that's a valid kind of look at the options
Okay,
piece. You
so-
know,
And the
I mean,
guy I
this is
talked to, that's what he
30-year-old
did, you know, so.
Yeah.
infrastructure, so who
Yeah.
knows what lies beneath.
That's right.
Yeah.
I guess thank you for Apple for the community cleanup. That was really nice.
Yes.
that
Yeah.
They spearheaded that and brought us trash bags and looks a whole lot better. And of course, the cleaning of the streets looks really good.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, they worked
That's
really
so
hard on
good.
that. They really
I
did.
love the fact that Denise is sending this email and Denise is receiving the email. Right here.
What? I
It
wrote
said,
this on the
from
front.
Denise to Denise.
Well, she's on a couple other committees that got it.
That's
so,
right.
you know, it's like- and one of the ones that wrote it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's, thank you there. Shoreline zoning ordinance public hearing date is June 20th.
Mm.
Is there significant changes in the shoreline zoning this one?
I don't believe so, no.
And we're,
They're just cleaning up some things, and
so
making
this
sure it
meeting's being
complies
called
with the
from which committee?
planning board.
Okay. So it's a planning board meeting that's holding a shoreline zoning,
Yes.
public
Public
hearing. Is that, change gonna be at the town, meeting, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you have to have a public
This
hearing.
timeline has been issued by our town attorney. This is what has to happen. You have to have a public hearing prior to the town meeting, which, you know, and she gave us a timeline of when we needed to have the exhibits done. That worked out well.
So is there any
And her
way?
staff is reviewing the ordinance, draft now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'd like to see it before the
It's
public
with
hearing.
the attorney, he's got it right now. and
Okay,
then-
well,
Yep.
well,
bring it
when you
back.
give it to us, can it be, red? Can it be put in, the changes be put either underlined or in red?
I'm sure
so-
they'll go through that.
Okay,
Can you make a motion though for this date, for the June 20th?
oh, yeah, make a motion that the shoreline zoning ordinance public hearing date of 6/20/23 at 4:30 is fine with us. We have a second?
I'll
Second.
that.
All in favor?
Oh, you're quick.
You betcha.
So, the next one on the agenda is Eric Wickabow's boundary agreement. I spoke with him today, and there is you should be having a survey map, should be in your packet.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes,
Somewhere.
yes.
So I don't know where mine is. right
It's here.
now. I ripped
Have you
everything.
got it?
I'm sure somewhere.
You got it right there.
I was trying to get, there we go. So, if you look at this, the lot on the corner of School and Pleasant, which was recently changed ownership, was sold by him to people, and they have this, line that was surveyed by, a surveyor. The other one is just been marked with the footage, so the one closest to the library and the municipal parking lot has been, there's stakes in there if you wanna drive by. He's
He
requesting,
and the assessor went and measured.
yes,
Okay.
right,
Okay.
so he was, wanting to, he's gonna put some kind of building where he can, store things, and a forklift can just go straight in and out like the one he sold. So he was wanting to straighten the line out, so if you look at the dotted line and then you look at the straight line, that's what he's proposing. He'd like a boundary agreement that is, it's in the grassy knoll there and it's not really being
The
used.
grassy knoll.
Mhm.
That was poetic, wasn't it?
Yes.
So, so that, there's cars here and there's this grassy knoll and then, something to do with these huge trees as well, so he
Yeah.
doesn't wanna cut trees down.
Yeah.
So he's asking for a boundary agreement with the town that be the boundary line. So if you wanna go look at it, we just need today, I will make the motion that this map here and this request is put in the proper legal terms for
Mhm.
the town meeting,
Yeah.
cause it has to be voted on town meeting,
Yeah.
so
No,
that's
I'm
why he
good with
didn't
And,
come.
yeah, and
Cause he
as,
didn't need to come, he just wants the town to approve.
sure.
Yeah.
As long as there is easy access, egress and entrance
Yeah.
to the library and out of there, because that
Well-
is very close to the library.
Absolutely, and you should go down and look at it.
Yeah, I did. I've down there a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
part he's talking about is farther back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
farther back than that.
Yeah.
So do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
So how is that supposed to be worded? I have made a disaster of my papers here, they're all over. Other business, Memorial Day program being sponsored by the American Legion, and it's gonna start at 9 o'clock at Bayview Cemetery, which is also, the town cemetery as you come in, that's been being fixed up, and it's so nice, all the different gravestones,
Mm-hmm.
they're really doing a great job.
I was noticing the cemetery mowing crew had done a really well job,
Looks
great
very
job.
good.
Absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
because that
Yes.
was every cattywampus, every,
We only
thing
had
was-
2, but we're still looking for cemetery mowers.
I was gonna ask you, yeah.
16, right?
Again,
Yeah.
16 and up,
yeah.
so.
so that'd be a good job
We
for
have a lot of
somebody.
That'd be a nice
cemeteries
summer
for just
job
2
for
people right
somebody.
now.
No, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
it's looking sharp, I mean,
Yeah,
everything's,
I had somebody call the other day and ask if we provided the mower.
I believe we provide the mower and
We
the
certainly
transportation.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get to
Really?
Dave, did they come up?
Not that I know of yet.
And it's $15 an hour, so.
That's like really, really good.
What kind of hours will they average a week?
They're eligible for 40,
Wow.
yeah, if
Yeah.
the weather works out.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Excellent.
And
They
they
got
don't
plenty
need
to
a
do.
driver's license?
No, they need to push the
Well,
mower, and yeah, it's like,
That's a pretty good deal.
that is a real
I
good
think
deal.
we should try to network and get somebody else.
Anybody with high school kids?
I do.
Are they gonna get to the, Town Hall Cemetery before Memorial Day?
Mount Hope?
It is the one down behind Corey's.
oh, Corey Cemetery,
Well,
I
it was
believe so.
Olson
I think they
Corey's
were,
last.
well, here,
Yeah.
Sticky, right here.
They're gonna hopefully be finished tomorrow, if the rain doesn't mess with them. They're gonna have this one trimmed out.
Yeah.
This will be the second time that one's done. Corey's is the next one to go back to, but there's no way that will get done before Monday.
Hmm.
they'll get a good start on it, though, I imagine, if it doesn't rain, you know.
I did contact, Arise, they've helped us in the past, trying to get caught up just before Memorial Day, but I didn't hear back from them yet. They said that they'd get back to me, but I haven't.
What
heard
about
back
the
from them yet.
prisoners?
I did ask them, we have not
Well,
used
it's
them.
short notice now. Oh, for Memorial Day. How many cemeteries did you tell me we have again?
16?
I don't know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think 16 is in my mind.
I mean, and just so people know, the town didn't always take care of these cemeteries.
And we only mow them,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
don't
no,
do
I mean,
anything else.
they didn't even mow them back years ago.
Yeah.
The one next to our old house, I used to mow when I came home. And, so, you know, it's a good thing they're doing.
Good to know that old codgers
Do we have
like
anything
you
else? Do we have any
take
other
care of
business? Other business?
Marion is finally gonna go up to, 6 cents a pound, which,
You all right?
well, you can only lose money for so long,
You
right?
bet.
Mm-hmm.
They, steamrolled the only guy that wanted to stay at 5. So, we're gonna be going up to 6 here in the
You will
next
be
month or
fined
so.
a lot to
We-
the cement, no.
And we
And-
prepared for that, right, in the budget, right?
And we prepared for it
Right, well,
in
good,
the new budget.
excellent. But
Kudos
it's
to the budget
going right
committee.
away, right? I mean, you're talking next, when does it
Within about a
start?
month or 2.
Okay,
So we
that's-
have hit it right on.
perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you have any other business, Renee?
I don't.
Public comment? Nope. Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I don't know.
Mr. Fitzsimmons.
Danny, what do you have?
Nothing, I don't have nothing.
Oh, he was,
I just wanted to hear.
You're just crashing
If
the
I was here
party.
Half an hour ago would have been good.
I will second the motion.
all in favor?
Thank you. Thank our new camera operator, Ruby.
Yeah.
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 That's
Very,
nice.
very
TV
nice.
DeVille.
Yeah. Are you doing the school too?
If they ask me.
It might not be a bad idea.
The new
What,
bu-
the school?
new budget.
School board meeting?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They-
like,
they-
you know, I
You
think,
definitely wanna do this.
I didn't know
Yeah.
until recently that was the name of that whole cemetery down there.
Mount Hope.
Not Hope.
So Olson, Lamson, I know by Olson, Lamson, and
we're
Corey.
off camera.
Yeah, it's, Olson,
We're still on live.
Corey, Lamson, and then maybe not.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The proposed change.
It's this,
I never heard of that.
it's this year,
What?
right now.
He's
Wanna
requesting
put these trees down
boundary
here,
lines.
blah, 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 whatever, we talked to him.
move.
I talked to him this morning, but
Well,
it's
he
just trying to
wants-
straighten out that.
You
one.
know, he sold this
How,
to,
how does that work? So
So
that
this part
boundary
of the-
line, it parallels the
parking lot.
This lot here is owned by,
Is it?
He-
So currently it's
he
a
owns
ditch.
it.